imagine proving you knew the exact number a spectator would merely think of before they even chose it. This is a mental miracle. This is Coach Trick. By the end of this effect, your audience will be convinced that you're from the future. Best of all, it's super easy to perform, contains no difficult moves, and is perfect for magicians of all skill levels. Don't forget to subscribe, as every trick you learn is a step towards greater confidence and success. Okay, let's jump into it. Grab some cards and let's go. Okay, so as ever then, let's just kickstart by taking a look at the effect itself and ability to predict the impossible. And we're just going to start by dealing a few cards just into a single pile onto the table, like so. Now, you're going to ask the spectator to think of a number. Any number they like is a totally free choice between 1 and 10. Not to tell you, but just to think of it. Let's say in this instance they think of the number 4. You're now going to turn away so that you can't see anything. And you're going to ask the spectator to take the pack here and just to transfer a number of cards individually from the top to the bottom corresponding to their thought of number. So in this instance, they'll transfer 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now ask them to do that quietly so that you can't hear anything. With that done, you can now turn back around, take back the cards and just place them down on the table. You can emphasize to the spectator that there is absolutely no way that you could know their chosen number. However, you're now going to take a pen and a piece of card or paper, and you're going to ask the spectator just to think of their number, and you're going to note down a number of your own. So let's see here. Okay, I think that just there. Reminding the spectator that they had a totally free choice of number. For the very first time now, you can ask them to name their chosen number. Of course, in this instance, it was a number 4. And now you can reveal the number you've written down right here just happens to be the number 4. Now, that's pretty impressive, but we're about to step things up another level. Emphasizing that the spectator really did have a free choice of number. They could have selected any number they wanted. Explain that we're going to try that just one more time. This time, however, you're going to ask the spectator that ahead of choosing a number, do they know what number they would choose? And they might say they do, or they might say they don't. Either way, you're going to explain that ahead of them choosing a number, you know exactly the number they will choose, and you can prove it. And with that said, you can just take the pack of cards here, and you're going to place them behind your back in order to make an adjustment in terms of a secret prediction. So let's see, I think maybe just about there. And with that done, you can bring the cards back out to the front. And once again, you're going to ask the spectator to choose a number between 1 and 10. Any number, again, it's a totally free choice. This time they can name their number. So let's say they choose the number 5. Once again, you're going to ask the spectator to take the cards here and to transfer a number of cards individually from the top to the bottom corresponding to their chosen number. So in this instance, they'll transfer 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can now explain to the spectator that we want to eliminate some cards so that we're left with just one single card. And to do that by dealing 1 card to the table like so, and then 1 card to the bottom of the pack. So 1 to the table and 1 to the bottom. And just to continue this dealing for all of the cards in the pack. Just like so, to the table and to the bottom, until there's just 1 single card remaining, asking them to place this card to the side. Reminding the spectator again that they had a totally free choice of number. In this instance, they chose the number 5. You can explain how you knew they would choose that number all along, and that your prediction is represented by the single card here. All that's left to do now is to ask the spectator to turn this card over here to reveal your prediction and an exact match to their chosen number, the number 5. An amazing double prediction that's also super easy to perform, so stick around because now I will show you exactly how it works. Okay, so let's take a look at the secret to this effect. Now to start with, you're just going to take a suit of cards, any suit that you like. I've got the spades here, and you're just going to order them in sequence from ace through to 10, like so. So with the 10 on the top and the ace on the bottom, you're going to place this pack on top of the deck. To start the effect, you're just going to casually deal these 10 cards from the deck into a pile on the table and reversing their order in the process. So you now have the ace on top and the 10 on the bottom. You can ask the spectator now to think of any number they like between 1 and 10. It's a totally free choice. Let's say they think of the number 6. As you turn away, you can ask the spectator now just to take the pack and to transfer individually a number of cards from the top to the bottom corresponding to their thought of number. So in this instance, they'll transfer 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, as you turn back around, you're going to take the pack back from the spectator, and in this process, you're secretly just going to glimpse the bottom card. Now, the value of this card is going to tell you the number chosen by the spectator. So here we can see the number 6 corresponding to the spectator's chosen number. Placing the pack back down on the table, you can then get a piece of paper or card and a pen in preparation for writing down your prediction. Now here you're simply just going to write down the number corresponding to the card at the bottom of the pack. So in this case, a number 6. Now asking the spectator to reveal their number for the very first time, you can reveal that that's an exact match to the number you've written down. Now in preparation for the second prediction, you're just going to take the pack and turn the cards towards yourself. Now what you're secretly going to do here is just to casually cut the cards to bring the 6 to the bottom of the pack. And you'll just do this casually in the process of looking through the cards. In this instance, I already have the 6 on the bottom, so I don't need to cut the cards. Either way though, with the 6 on the bottom, you can just place the cards back down on the table. You're now going to take the pack behind your back in order to make a secret prediction. But actually, you don't do anything with the cards. You can maybe riffle them a little bit and then bring them back out to the front exactly in the same order. You can now ask the spectator to choose another number between 1 and 10. Again, a totally free choice. Ask the spectator to name that number. Let's say they name the number 4. Ask the spectator to take the pack and again to transfer a number of cards individually from the top to the bottom corresponding to their chosen number. So in this instance, the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're now going to ask the spectator to eliminate cards as follows, just by dealing 1 card to the table and then 1 card to the bottom of the pack, and to continue this process until they just have 1 single card remaining. And to place this card to the side. And all that's left to do now is to reveal how you knew all along the number the spectator would choose, because this card here will be an exact match to their chosen number. In this instance, the number 4. And there you have it. Remember, each trick you learn builds your confidence and shows that determination makes the impossible achievable. So keep on going and let success follow you beyond the cards. Until next time, keep moving forwards and take care.